Day 7 at the U.S. Open, where there's no better gathering of sports and of friends. It's the final day to make your mark on pickleball's most unique stage. It's the best players, the best shots, and overall the best party. And it all begins in Naples on CBS Sports, coming up next. Welcome to the Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, one of the beautiful vacation destinations in our great country, Naples, Florida. Incredible beaches, white sugary sands, and did you know Naples also the pickleball capital of the world, because 1 week a year it's the largest pickleball party here at this event. Tonight's Day 7. We've got men's and women's doubles pro. Great to have you with us, everybody. Drew Fellios, Melissa McCurley from pickleballtournaments.com, and there's also Chad Edwards out of Peak Performance, a pickleball academy here in Bonita Springs. All right, Melissa, so many great pickleball events all over the country. What makes this one so special?
Well, certainly the Zing Zang Championship Court, 60 pickleball courts here, a fan zone, a vendor village, lots of food, tent city. There's 2,190 participants here, 12 countries, 48 states, 91 being the oldest, 9 being the youngest, and $70,000 a purse here.
Chad, this sport has seen incredible leaps and bounds over the past 5 years. What do you expect to see here tonight?
Yeah, well, definitely, with pickleball being a mashup of multiple sports, we're seeing the introduction of different sporting backgrounds, but it's really been the high-level tennis players starting to come over, making their stamp on this game, bringing the power, bringing the finesse, the inside-outs, the earnies. It's exciting stuff.
All right. On the women's side, Simone Jardim, Lucy Kovalova took down Terashenko and Irvin. And then there's Parenteau and Smith taking on the Waters family, Anna Lee and Lee Waters. So, in the championship, Callie Smith just keeps on getting better and better, and Catherine Parenteau. What an incredible combination this is,
Yeah,
Melissa.
they're going to be a tough duo. This is their first time also to be on the Zing Zang Championship Court in a final. They did play Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova just 3 weeks ago, beating them in the winner's bracket final, but then Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova coming back for the loser's bracket to hopefully win the gold medal match. So it's going to be an interesting night here as Parenteau and Smith look to get their first U.S. Open women's doubles title.
Yeah, Jardim and Kovalova have been absolutely unbeatable on the tours here in 2021. All right, for more on this great event, let's send it to Rusty of Pickleball Channel. Rusty, what's up?
Thanks, Drew. Pickleball began back in 1965 on an old badminton court on Bainbridge Island, Washington, when some local families got together to create a game that was fun for kids and also adults. With the leadership of Barney McCallum, they created Pickleball Inc. and began selling pickleball sets literally across the world. What started locally has spread from continent to continent, with more and more pickleball coming online every day. It's amazing what started so humbly on this small badminton court has grown into all of this. Welcome to the Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville.
The best pickleball players in the world are here in Naples, and they are ready to battle. Great to have you with us. First Serve coming up next on CBS Sports.
The 2021 U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Latitude Margaritaville and Minto. Change your latitude to the active adult paradise of Latitude Margaritaville. By Paddle Tech, official paddle of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. By Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's Sporting Goods. And by Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
The stage is set. This is going to be a fabulous match here in women's pro doubles.
Smith and Parenteau are somewhat aggressive players on the women's side. Callie Smith is very good at driving that ball. It's getting the ball into the body. Parenteau, the same thing, but she has the inside out. She has the touch. She has the deception. Kovalova and Jardim played very, very loose yesterday. They were out on the court having fun. They were smiling. I think for them, that's what they need to do. For Parenteau and Smith, they need to come out and really put some pressure on Jardim and Kovalova right here.
Simone Jardim, 41 years old, at the top of her game in this sport of pickleball.
0-0-2.
She is at the top of the mountain. We're underway here, women's pro doubles.
And just to talk a little bit more about Simone Jardim, she has won 3 triple crowns out of 5 tournaments this year already, Drew. And the 2 she didn't win, they only had 2 events, so it wasn't possible.
She was actually upset in singles 6 days ago on Sunday by Irina Tereshchenko and Chad. She comes in here today with maybe a little chip on her shoulder.
Yeah, Simone Jardim definitely doesn't like to be beaten. She watches a lot of video, and she watches the matches that she loses in. She knows that she plays well when she wins, but when she loses, she wants to find out what went wrong. So definitely coming back in with something to prove. There was a little bit of talk after that loss in singles of, is she still at the top of her game? So yeah, she's going to come out. She's going to be aggressive herself, and she's definitely got something to prove.
Well, she just wasn't feeling well, so she finally showed us this week she's human, which is something we've all questioned.
How about Callie Smith? Big time forehand. Now second serve coming up.
And just to talk a bit about the Kovalova and Jardim partnership, in the tournaments that they played, 10 of them, they have not lost a tournament. What does that tell you about that duo?
Incredible.
2-1-1. Point. 2-1-2. 2-1-2.
And just a little bit wide that time from Lucy Kovalova. Callie Smith, very talented, also sings, plays the piano. She cooks, she bakes. Tremendous also in the gym. Physical fitness is huge in her world, as you can tell.
And she started playing tournaments in 2018. She played her first U.S. Open in 2019 with Christine McGrath, making it all the way to the match just before the bronze and playing against Parenteau in Waters. And here she is in 2021 with Parenteau with the opportunity to win a championship.
That ball just caught the net from Catherine Parenteau. Lucy wasn't able to react fast enough, went over her head and landed in. So we, again, in the women's doubles final here, we're seeing both teams are stacking. Both Smith and Jardim like their forehands in the middle, but also Parenteau and Kovalova have unbelievably powerful two-handed backhands.
You say stacking, explain that term.
Yeah, so stacking is, you'll see it on the odd scoring, where you're either, where we saw Smith and Parenteau switch either by a hand signal to keep Callie on the left and Catherine on the right, to keep Smith's forehand in the middle.
Second server.
Then on the serving side, that's where it's more noticeable, where you'll see them stack to one side of the court and then slide over after the serve.
And I think we can see right away, Callie Smith isn't going to be looking to get into the long dink rallies, Chad.
No, and she does an excellent job of, 1, speeding the ball up, but 2, staying in the point and staying short and compact once she hits that faster ball.
Good volley here, but Callie Smith can't put it over. Second serve coming up. Parenteau will do the honors.
And that's what Jardim and Kovalova are going to have to do. They're going to have to keep that ball down to the feet.
Point.
And keep that ball lower. We saw Parenteau with a very nice third shot drive right into Simone's body.
Oh, nicely done by Callie Smith.
And not an easy shot. That was a great example of just an athletic move.
Yeah, and Callie actually has an unconventional ready position. She hit a inside-out forehand from above her head. But one thing, as an aggressive player, you're always expecting your opponents to be aggressive as well, and that's what Smith did on that
5-2 lead
point
here for Parenteau and Smith. Jardim and Kovalova now. Chance to get some of those points back.
Point.
And Simone Jardim, for those of you new to the sport of pickleball, once coached Catherine Parenteau at Michigan State, both Spartans. Simone was the head coach there and then decided to leave East Lansing and concentrate on the sport primarily. Catherine Parenteau eventually would follow her. Both have had incredible success.
Great success. Simone obviously #1 from world pickleball rankings. Catherine Parenteau #2. Chad, you could probably give us some insight. Just how difficult is it for these two players to play each other mentally?
Simone actually considers Catherine like a daughter. That's how close they are. Obviously, Catherine playing for Simone at Michigan State.
How about that? Lucy Kovalova right down the middle.
Says, take that. And Kovalova has been working on some strengthening and conditioning. She's always been in tremendous shape, but she's like taking it up another level.
And she wants to be the best, bar none. Oh.
And Chad, talking about Lucy Kovalova's shape, Simone Jardim in the best shape of her life, as she has let us know. What kind of influence as great friends off the court has she had in Lucy's conditioning?
They, obviously really good friends off the court. They spend a lot of time talking. It was early in 2020 when we first went into the quarantine lockdown that they both kind of decided to take that time to work on their conditioning, work on their overall health. And as you can see, they're both in excellent shape. Simone will tell you that she's in the best shape of her life at 41.
Oh, did she get it?
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
And that really fires Simone up, who's got a lot of fire already.
I don't know. Callie Smith and Catherine Parenteau going to question that. Was that?
Oh, I think she got it. It's really a bit difficult to see, and they're questioning, but.
And they'll lay the paddles down. Will Smith and Parenteau and head over, call a timeout, because a point like that can change the momentum of a match for sure.
Absolutely, and we talked about how Simone Jardim has a lot of fire anyway, and that's just something that can get her pumped up. Catherine Parenteau and Callie Smith know that, so that was an excellent choice and decision to make a timeout right here.
So that Ernie, Chad, when used properly by players who know when to use it, it's almost an indefensible weapon, and it certainly can change the scope of a match.
Yeah, the Ernie is a shot to surprise you.
And with that, we'll check in with the fourth member of our crew, rather. Rusty, welcome.
Hey, I'm excited to be here in a VIP gold box with Adam Franklin, the president of Franklin Sports. You've had one heck of a day. How are you feeling right now seeing your boy win?
I mean, couldn't be better. We came here, we got the official ball, which we're really excited about, and of course Ben Johns wins the Triple Crown. It was incredible. Biggest stage of the pickleball world. I mean, this is incredible to be here, so just couldn't be happier.
And a few years ago, you guys weren't even involved in pickleball. Why are you getting so excited now?
I mean, the fastest growing sport in the country right now. We are all in on pickleball. Franklin is, and we're just so excited to be here.
All right, thanks for being here. Let's check out the match.
Jardim and Kovalova leading by 1. 6-5 here, game 1.
Oh,
So we saw a really good job by all 4 players moving the ball around, not hitting the ball to the same spot twice. Smith
7-5-1.
potentially pulled the trigger a little bit early, but she also attacked that ball cross-court, giving Jardim a little bit more time to react and able to attacking it straight forward at Parenteau.
5 straight points now for Jardim and Kovalova. Parenteau and Smith need a side out here. We'll get a second serve. And again, 2 chances to score, 2 side outs on each service possession for each team. Here in doubles in pickleball.
So we've actually seen Parenteau and Smith come out of the stack. You see them on different sides of the court than in the previous points.
it just went wide over Simone Jardim's shoulder. Parenteau just trying to float it, Chad, just above, just a little bit above her, where it'd be difficult for her to reach.
She missed that left shoulder of Simone, and Simone able to be able to get out of the way. That ball missing just deep.
Parenteau applying some pressure. It pays off there. So they'll get the serve back here. Trailing 5-8.
5-8-1.
Great hand battle there.
What a fantastic shot. There was an opening, not a big one, created, and Callie Smith hit it perfectly.
Yeah, and she didn't have to do a whole lot, and that's the key to resetting that ball, getting that ball back. The ball was a little high. Kovalova did the right thing by being aggressive and attacking down on it, and Smith just put her paddle on the ball through finding the hole.
And Parenteau and Smith getting a little love from the net.
7-8-1.
1 point game. And it's tied at 8. So back and forth we go here in this first game.
And you can feel a momentum shift here, Chad.
Timeout on this side.
And it's a very good time for a timeout.
Tied at 8. Game number 1. The Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports.
The 2021 U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Pickleball Central, the Pickleball Superstore, by Head, official footwear of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, by Margaritaville Hotels and Resorts. Check in and chill out at margaritavilleresorts.com. And by Skechers Arch Fit footwear featuring podiatrist certified arch support.
Welcome inside Zing Zang Championship Court. Callie Smith to serve. We're tied at 8, game 1. Women's Pro Gold. Oh, just wide.
Just went wide.
Parenteau and Smith did an excellent job of resetting some of those aggressive balls by Jardim, dropping them down into the net, working their way from the baseline to the kitchen.
Second serve.
Had 4 lead changes so far in this first game. Callie Smith right here, along with partner Catherine Parenteau. 1 up, and now make it 2 in game point. Coming up.
10-8.
Oh, and just wide.
Oh, their energy was flowing right there, wasn't it, Melissa?
It really was. You know, I'm kind of on the edge of my seat right now. This is a bit of a tense moment for me, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this match.
back to that ball movement. Pushing it out wide, bringing it back to the middle.
Oh, strikes Simone. So second serve coming up. You mentioned a tense moment. Also a tense moment, the watch parties around the country, including one at Hilton Head. Melissa, those are your peeps.
Those are my people. A shout out to Margaritaville and Hilton Head, South Carolina, having a watch party this evening. Hope you guys are all enjoying tonight's events. We're glad to have you here watching us.
Well, just long that time. So they pulled within one. And remember, win by 2. Best 2 out of 3 games.
9-10-2.
So we saw a clash of paddles there. It's okay for
Great point.
both partners' paddles to hit.
How about this?
Unbelievable. And that is going to get this crowd on their feet. The court movement and those exchanges, Chad, how about that?
Yeah, and we had a really good reset. It floated up into the air. Smith wasn't able to get back fast enough and had to hit somewhat of an awkward overhead. But then Jardim was able to apply the pressure, really be aggressive into the body.
Receiving team, you have no timeouts remaining. Serving team, you have 1 timeout remaining in this game. Time in at 10-10-2.
Tied at 10.
And there we see the power of Callie Smith. She chose the right ball to speed up. She sped it up into Jardim's body, but she's so short and compact with her swing, but generates so much power. And we see all 4 ladies with the movement on the court, tracking that ball, tracking the positioning with the hips and with the paddle, also down in that athletic stance. Weight on the balls of the feet, chest and chin over the toes.
They're moving side to side and in sync, trying to keep those spaces from opening up on the court, Chad.
Yeah, a lot of the time they're mirroring each other across the net, but people liken it to dancing.
And Callie Smith saying to Lucy Kovalova, not today.
Yeah, once Callie gets a ball up, it's very, very tough to get that ball back. She hits down, and she hits down hard.
Game point. Oh, that's just out. So Callie Smith, Catherine Parenteau, 12-10 over the favorites Jardim and Kovalova. First game that had a little bit of everything.
We saw a lot of third shot drives from Parenteau and Smith. Jardim was able to keep it away from Callie as she approached. But Parenteau was able to get a ball elevated just behind Simone and ended up missing it deep.
Smith and Parenteau up a game. Game 2 coming up next.
The 2021 U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin X40, the official ball of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, by Highlands Leg Cramps. Stop your cramp, not your game. By Zing Zang, America's favorite Bloody Mary mix. And by ILovePickles.org, a place to celebrate all things pickled.
Just beautiful scenery here in Naples. Sun going down. What better place to be than Zing Zang Championship Court? First game stats brought to you by Skechers. As the crowd is excited for game number 2. Chad, what'd you see?
Yeah, very even matchup. Unforced errors, winners. Parenteau and Smith getting the edge in the winners. But we saw at the end there that Smith and Parenteau turned it on. Callie Smith driving some balls into the body, getting aggressive, getting those balls to pop up and finish. Jardim and Kovalova are going to have to move that ball around a little bit more.
Point.
Into the net, first point to Jardim and Kovalova. If you're just joining us, we're part of history tonight. Every sport takes steps, Melissa, and this one a big one for the pickleball community tonight. First time ever live on network TV.
Absolutely, and the first time that we were on CBS Network was in 2016. 2017, 18, and 19, but all recorded, produced, and shown at a later time. So I know the pickleball world is super, super excited to be seeing this live for the first time.
These players are not disappointing.
No, they're not.
Wow.
And that point right there showed us, guys, just why these ladies are the top 4 women in the country, according to World Pickleball Rankings.
Yeah, the ability to speed that ball up, but also to reset it, to play defense, drop it back into the kitchen, keeps you into the point. No point is ever done.
Second server.
And now second serve coming up for Callie Smith. Tied at 1 here, game 2.
Side out.
There'll be a side out here for Jardim and Kovalova.
We're definitely seeing a lot more third shot drives from Smith and Parenteau. The third shot being the serve is the first, the return the second. It's the shot that we hit off of that return.
We did see Parenteau and Smith defeat Jardim and Kovalova in Newport Beach, but it was on the road to a championship. Simone and Lucy eventually came back, rebounded, and took the championship.
They did in a tiebreaker 15-11. So another score tonight, Drew, looking to be settled.
Second server.
Catherine Parenteau, great personality, great player. Had a chance to meet her bulldog, Zoe, the other day.
Oh, yeah, I remember that interview here on Zing Zang Championship Court. Zoe is the central of Parenteau's life there. Super proud of that dog.
1-2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Catherine and Athena got Zoe back in May of 2020 or April of 2020.
Second serve.
This one just a little short. Parenteau and Smith trailing here. Game 2, 2-1.
1-2-2.
Oh, what hands by Simone, but just too much Callie.
Yeah, see, right there we see the aggression and the power from both Parenteau and Smith. Driving that ball into the body, getting the ball to pop up, and just keeping their foot on the throttle, going hard and going fast.
Ernie time.
And what great anticipation. Not an easy shot to make. Catherine Parenteau putting some athleticism on display.
Yeah, Parenteau's hit a couple of balls back behind Jardim. Right there, she actually hit it inside out. Forehand, changed the direction. And then once that ball was behind Simone, that was the time to go for that Ernie.
Simone trying to finish the point, but look at that defense.
Yeah, Callie Smith and Catherine Parenteau doing a great job there, Chad, showing what it's like to make a move through the transition zone, getting yourself back to the kitchen line.
Yeah, and typically we see the transition after that third shot. You know, we don't have to rush up to the kitchen line. Jardim and Kovalova potentially need to take a timeout right here.
Yeah, I think I can hear Callie Smith's fans from Utah all the way here in Florida. She has got a huge following out there, as we saw, Drew, in St. George at Red Rock.
Yeah, she is blazing away right now. And Simone answers, much needed point.
One thing with the ability to defend, the ability to get that ball back one more time, it puts the pressure on your opponent to go harder and harder. So Smith and Parenteau have been able to, one, not only defend, but two, counterattack, attack, be aggressive right there. They're really putting the pressure on Jardim and Kovalova right now.
It's like they've got their foot on the gas and they're not letting it off.
Point.
And that's where they need to stay. They can't let Jardim and Kovalova back into this.
Yes. 3-5-2.
On the other side, Jardim and Kovalova are going to try to slow this game down a little bit. We see that transition that you were talking about, Melissa.
Oh, Lucy hits it into the net.
Working our way through the court from the baseline to the kitchen. Unforced error by Kovalova there.
And now Lucy Kovalova says, "Not today," which is her signature statement that we all know and love.
5-3-2. Side out.
So another point. Another side out coming up here for Jardim and Kovalova. So the pressure's starting to build, and nobody is better under pressure than Simone Jardim. Let's see how she responds.
Saw her get a little frustrated with herself earlier on in game 2, missing a couple of balls.
These matches can go extremely quickly as well. So if you have a mistake, it is critical. You put it behind you and move on.
Yeah, and that's going long. And you can feel, Chad, just what you said, where Lucy Kovalova and Simone Jardim are slowing this game down, trying to get this game under control so that they can determine.
Yeah, they're bringing it back to the pace that they want to play at, rather than trying to play that faster game that Smith and Parenteau are playing. Usually the aggressive team, they want you to be aggressive back to them. That's what they want. They want those fast exchanges.
And they're just executing masterfully. And this is a great example of what two true champions look like.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, playing at different speeds, playing with different strategies, what they've started to do is move Smith around. It becomes more difficult to hit that ball hard when your feet are moving.
And there we go. She just lost her patience, Chad, Callie Smith.
Yeah, Callie wants to speed that ball up. So by moving her around, by keeping that ball low, getting it down to the feet, it's very difficult for that aggressive player to stay patient.
Receiving team, you have 1 timeout remaining in this game. Serving team, you have 2 timeouts remaining. Time in at 6-5-1.
Oh, nicely done by Catherine Parenteau. I mentioned the balls, guys. You look at the players, of course, all the labels, the vendors, the big-time sponsors. I'm learning my equipment, different paddles, shoes, hats, everything, Melissa.
I know, you're getting addicted to the game, just like the rest of us. Just face it.
I'm hooked.
And we are glad you are, Drew.
That was an excellent drive by Lucy Kovalova right there. Caught Parenteau a little off guard, but she also hit that vulnerable area. The paddle side hip to armpit is difficult. Jardim a little disappointed with herself. I think the grip on her paddle is getting a little wet from the amount of sweat and humidity.
It is a humid night here tonight. It certainly has cooled off, but there's no breeze like we had earlier in the day, and it's just really still down here.
Yeah, the wind is almost non-existent compared to the 20-mile-an-hour winds that we had earlier in the day.
Nicely done, Simone Jardim.
So we saw after that timeout, Smith and Parenteau came out and went out of the stack onto the other side of the court. Just to give it a different look, Smith actually had 4 or 5 unforced errors before that timeout. They've now come out, got a quick side out, scored a point right here.
Back within 1. Oh, just skimmed across and then landed out. We're tied at 7.
Yeah, and let's talk about the mental toughness as well and the physical toughness. These ladies started at 9:30 this morning. It is 8:42 playing mixed pro doubles.
Got to be physically and even mentally exhausted after the day is done.
But they're not showing any of that here tonight.
Oh, Callie Smith again wins that exchange. So another lead change.
Smith actually did a really smart thing on that last ball. She was aggressive with it, but she changed the pace of it.
Time in 8-7.
Up to 9-7. Crowd a little shocked here. Could have a major upset here tonight.
Oh.
And that just goes right. And here, guys, we are right here at championship point. And you could cut the tension with a knife right now.
Oh, they needed that. So side out back to Jardim and Kovalova, breathing a sigh of relief momentarily here.
7-10-1.
Big time shot by Simone.
Yeah, right in her wheelhouse.
Yeah, she made the adjustment from that previous two-hander that she missed into the top of the net. She stayed shorter with her swing, made contact out in front, really ripped that into the body of Callie Smith. All 4 ladies moving the ball around the court really well.
Huge pressure here. Now Smith and Kovalova exchanging. Another hand fight. Oh, into the net goes Kovalova.
And you could see what Callie Smith was trying to do each time there, trying to speed the ball up. She doesn't want to stay into those slow rallies.
8-10-2.
Yeah, definitely, and that is her strength.
Oh, just wide, Simone.
And she's going to appeal to the referee, Gail Scavangelli. And Gail didn't see it.
There rarely is a call like that overturned that is made by a player.
10-8-1.
And now 2 opportunities. Couple championship points here for Parenteau and Smith. There's one of them.
Yeah, and she went to a second drive.
Yeah, Jardim and Kovalova know that Parenteau and Smith are going to be aggressive, more than likely going to drive that third shot. Just got to try to keep that ball down.
Oh. Crowd on the edge of their seat here in Naples.
Oh, and there it is. We have a new U.S. Open Pickleball Championships Women's Doubles Champion.
Catherine Parenteau, Callie Smith. They have waited for this moment. They've played for this moment. They've practiced for it. And tonight, it arrives here in Naples. What a victory.
And we'll see that Parenteau elected to go for the drop win that one. They stayed patient in the point. Moving that ball around still. Smith was waiting for the right time to be able to pull the trigger.
And Chad, moving it around to create the openings that you were talking about ultimately made the difference here.
Just that ball was high enough. It wasn't sped up aggressively, but it was sped up enough that it got behind Kovalova and she wasn't able to bring it back down. And then Parenteau was being able to finish.
What a victory. Callie Smith, Catherine Parenteau. Is this a changing of the guard for the rest of 2021? Whether it is or not, tonight is their night. Women's Pro Doubles Champions. Back to Naples in just a moment.
The 2021 U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin, the official bag of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. By Pickleball Central, the Pickleball Superstore. By U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. And by DecoTurf, the official court surface of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships.
What a week it has been here in Naples. The Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships powered by Margaritaville. And a major upset here on Zing Zang Championship Court. Brought to you by Skechers, Parenteau and Smith over Jardim and Kovalova. What were the big points, Chad?
Yeah, regular, almost identical with the unforced errors there, but the pressure placed on by Parenteau and Smith, we can see the difference in the winners. We can see the difference in the third shot drops as far as Parenteau and Smith were more aggressive coming out, hitting the drives, putting the pressure on. So ultimately that was the difference, is Parenteau and Smith were aggressive.
And a special shout out to our statistician, Ron Cassidy. Welcome back to Zing Zang Championship Court. It is time now for our championship coronation. Rusty is standing by. Rusty, take it away.
It's amazing to present Callie Smith and Catherine Parenteau. Congratulations on an amazing gold medal. Curtis, the official paddle of the U.S. Open, Paddle Tech, they're going to give you your medals.
I'm going to ask you congratulations. Thank you.
So while you get your head sweats champion shot, your head shoes, and your check, let me ask you a quick question. You came in here, you're going to answer in here. You guys came in here, this is new for you. We've seen a great run this week, but this is amazing. You're new, you beat your mentor. What does this guys mean to you? Right up in here.
There's just no words to describe, you know, the feeling of just what just happened. I've been dreaming of this moment to be on this final Saturday at Naples, so it's been great. And I'm so happy to be able to do it with Callie. She's awesome, awesome player and a great person.
How about you? You can bring the check up, Curtis. We're live. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm pretty sure these smiles say it all. But I that we could do it. We just had to believe in ourselves, and honestly, for everyone who's out watching, believe in yourselves too. One more step, one step higher every time. You got it. Keep playing, dream big, play hard, let's go.
So here's your check.
Thank you.
You get your Head Sweats Championships hat. You're gonna get those head pickleball shoes coming out. And of course, as new gold medalist, you're gonna get access to the Margaritaville License to Chill Lounge VIP passes for next year.
Sweet.
That's pretty amazing. We'll let you hold that and smile. Let me ask you one more question. You got a moment on national TV, something else you want to say right in there before we go?
Go ahead. I'm just looking forward to playing more with this one, if she'll have me.
Thank you for the amazing experience here, to the crowd here. You've been supporting us all weeks. It's been great. Thank you to my sponsors. I love you guys. I love Naples.
You're best. Thank you all.
It truly has been an amazing week. It's been exciting to see you perform, exciting to see your careers grow. And for everyone here at Minto US Open Pickleball Championships, this truly is a fantastic event, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. You guys have done a great job.
So one more question. Coming in brand new, you're partnering again. Are we going to see you more and more, or is that just wish dreams? Are you guys partnering up in the future for sure?
I hope so. It's kind of up to me. My schedule's a little odd, so
We'll figure it out.
Hopefully, yes.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing match. Back to you, Drew.
All right, thank you so much, Rusty. Catherine Parenteau, Callie Smith, capturing the essence of what this event is all about. It has been an incredible week here in Naples. Hope you enjoyed it with us tonight as we made history, first time live on network TV. Till next time, for Melissa McCurley, Chad Edwards, Rusty, and the rest of our crew, from the Minto US Open Pickleball Championships, I'm Drew Fellios saying so long from Naples.